What's good, guys? Welcome back to All About Arsenal. And today, 1 point gained or 2 points lost. If it's your first time to my channel, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell notification, and let's get into it. Poor performance from start to finish. Very poor performance. Highlights of the game: Martinelli had a sitter about 2-3 yards out. He should have easily put that in. Flashed across the face of the goal. He just had to really tap it in Parcells, and he couldn't do that. And it's weird because this is the same Martinelli who deservedly should have started because of his hat-trick against Portsmouth. And besides that, in the second half, it was only Saka, I feel, that made a difference. He had that header and that world-class save from Matt Sells. He kept them in the game. Besides that, we saw how Forest would play. They'll sit in a low block, and there were times that these guys did actually try and press us. They did actually try and come out to play in patches, but they didn't really do too much of it. I'll start talking about a Sean Dyche team, and if you know anything about him, he's a very conservative type of structure, balance, don't give anything away, which is all good. And these are some of the things that Arsenal fans need to take into context. We are not playing a Forest team who were flexing last season, and I think probably finished their highest they have in a very long time, or the highest they ever have. This is a Forest team that's under immense amount of pressure to stay in the Premier League. So when people are saying things like they're 4 points away from the relegation zone, that should matter, because it means that teams such as this are going to be fighting for survival. They're fighting for their lives. So they are going to play in a completely different way. They're going to be very tight, compact, and not give anything away. So those are one of the things that people have to consider. It's not going to be a walk in the park where West Ham just beat Tottenham surprisingly 2-1. And all those players, they've seen that. And they're thinking to themselves, wow, these guys are just 4 points behind us. We have to extend our lead. We cannot lose this game. Those are some of the things we have to understand. So it was never going to be an easy game. It's not about them not trying to get embarrassed at home or them trying to stop us from winning the league. That's far from their minds. They just want to stay afloat. They just want to stay in the Premier League. So these are some of the things we have to consider. They're fighting for survival. They're fighting for survival. You realize that sometimes they say a wounded lion is the worst type of enemy because they are fighting to survive. Do you understand? And I think I've watched a couple of videos, and there's some things that we need to take into context, right? Arsenal have had 4 away games in a row in 4 different competitions. That was, the first game was Portsmouth in the FA Cup. We won 4-1. Second was Chelsea in the Carabao Cup semi-final. We won 3-2. Next game was today, which was against, we just had a game, Forest. We drew. Then we have to go to Inter, then Man United at home finally. That's 4 games in a row away from home in all different in all different types of, what'd you call it? How would I say, is it competitions? Yeah, in all 4 different types of competition. So we had the League Cup, FA Cup, Premier League, Champions League. Playing away from home, and I'm not trying to give excuses, I'm not. They played poorly, dreadful game. But let's take into context. 4 away games, it's tiring, right? It takes a toll. I do think Mikel should have probably managed a little bit better. I think Saka should have started. At least Saka should have started. I didn't really mind Martinelli because, like I said, he's coming on the back of a hat-trick, so I don't mind him starting. But Saka should have definitely started that game. In terms of Noni didn't. He had an okay first half, but sometimes he looks a little bit clumsy with his feet, and he's not the best tracking back when it comes to defending. That's one thing I've noticed about his game. Yes, he can be threatening. So I think everybody was looking at Noni's performance against Portsmouth and Martinelli, and they judged it on that. But that's what I'm saying. This is a different kettle of fish. You're playing a Forest, a team that's trying to survive and stay in the Premier League. 4 games on the road where you have hardly any time to rest and recuperate. It's going to catch up. Not an excuse once again. But what I'm saying, we need to look at things into context. City dropped points today and they were battered. The score was 2-0, but guess what? It should have been 3-4-0. And why I'm saying context is so important. This is a game that everybody thought that Man City would steamroll Man United. They are having a dreadful time. They've just lost their coach. They've had an interim coach and another interim coach, all in a space of about 2 weeks, right? This has all happened to Manchester United. So we are expecting that a Man City that's going to be hungry, we're going to go there and batter them. My gosh, That is the best football. Let me start again. That's the best football Man United have played all season. Period. Hands down. They were emphatic. They were clinical. They looked sharp. Man City had possession for nothing. Every time Manchester United went forward, they just cut them open so easily. It was a beautiful display. So obviously on the back of that, Arsenal fans were thinking, yo, Man United, you've done us a big favour. It's up to us to actually take the bull by its horns and do something about this match. We drew the match. First thing in my mind, I was like, have we bottled this? If we lost it, we had bottled it. Because let's be honest, we didn't make the advantage count. We've made the advantage count by 1 point. We could have done better, 100%. And a lot of people say, Arsenal could have been 9 points clear and it's done. I don't believe so. Why do I say this? We could be 9 points clear, right? We could go play Man United at the Emirates and somehow lose, even though we've got a wonderful form from home. Let's say we lost, right? And Man City are definitely on track to beat Wolves. That would be 6 points. They've closed the gap. So tell me, where's that 9 point advantage gone? That's my point. We could go and play Manchester United, right? We could draw, have another point. Man City could also win their game. Then we would be 9 points ahead. We'll be 6 points clear again. Yeah. It'll be 6 points clear, isn't it? No. Yeah. It will be 6 points clear. It will be 6 points clear because those guys would have, if we draw at Man United, we'll be 8 points clear. And if they win, there'll be 5 points clear. So what I'm saying is that the margins are so thin, anything could happen. And why I'm not panicking, remember Man City drew 3 games in a row. I believe it was Bournemouth, Brighton and Chelsea. We all saw those fixtures and think they are going to win all these fixtures. Their fans, pundits, rival fans, everybody thought Man City will walk through this. They drew all of them. Then they lost. They've had 3 draws and a loss. Nobody saw that coming. So everybody's expecting these guys will come to Wolves and steamroll them. It might not happen like that. Wolves are starting to pick a little form. They're yet to play tomorrow, but anything could happen. That was a Brighton side. Brighton and Chelsea, they should have buried that. They didn't. They drew. So my point is anything could happen. So let's take things to context. Another thing that we have to realize, which gives me more confidence, is what happened last season. This time last season is the 17th today. The 18th of January 2025, Liverpool were in front with 50 points just like Arsenal, and they were 8 points clear of us. We are 50 points just like Liverpool were, and we're 7 points clear of Man City. If that should say anything to anyone that's listening right now, it says to me clearly that we are on track. Not saying we're going to win it, because anything can happen. But at this moment in time, when you look at the form of Man City, Liverpool, all those other teams, they're very inconsistent. Arsenal the most consistent. Now we're off the bat of 2 draws in a row. We're going to host Manchester United at the Emirates. It's going to be a different type of game. They are coming back off a very, very good defeat. Performance and win. A good performance and win over Man City. I think they are going to employ the same tactics. Sit deep, be tight, be narrow, and the counter-attacks will be explosive. I believe they're going to do the same because they know that Arsenal has to chase the game. So I'm just actually checking for other things to also discuss as well. Yeah, and I think I've got all the points there. Arsenal fans are going into a bit of a meltdown. That's because we've not won the league in over 20 years. So I understand there's that panic. This needs to happen, that needs to happen. We need these cushions, I get it. There's a lot of positives. Games that we drew or lost last season, this year we've rectified those ills. We've rectified it. Take that into context. And I think the last thing that we need, it was a poor performance. Bad performance, poor performance, but still give the lads some type of encouragement that guys, you're still on track, and they are. They're still top of the league by 7 points, and they're still on top of the Champions League. We're in a Carabao Cup semi-final. We're into the 4th round of the FA Cup. Come on. And you have to realize there's a lot of football and a lot of pressure to actually do well on all fronts, and they are still doing well. So let's take that into context. But let me know what you think in the video. Let me know what you think in the comments. Sorry, man, I'm so tired right now. Let me know what you think in the comments. Did we drop the ball? Are you worried? Or is it just, you know what, a point gained? If we had lost it, if we lost this match, then I'll be worried. But however, thanks for tuning in. Once again, hit that subscribe button. and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.